Good evening, Speed Gaming, and welcome to the round of 16 in the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. We have cytown versus Sigil, the first seed versus the 17th seed. My name is Tracy M. With me today is Caffey JD. How are you doing, Caffey?
Not too bad. I'm looking forward to this round of 16 matchup. It should prove to be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen quite a few upsets since we got into the round of 32, so really anything can happen. Cytown, one of the best. His combat is second to none. Won the tournament last year. Sigil, doing well as well, getting here and into this round of 16 matchup. What would you like to see in this match?
Anything but 0 HP. I want the round of 16 races to be something they got to work for, and that's what I'm hoping to see tonight.
Yeah, those 0 HP, those squishy enemies were great for some of the earlier rounds and into the Swiss, but yeah. I know Cytown in particular doesn't like the 0 HP, so we'll see what we get here. Bombs to start, that's nice.
Yep, we'll see both runners head immediately towards the 50-50 check wood sword screen. Possible second quest start, maybe?
Yeah, could be. And an any road. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, that's nice and far away, okay. Okay. One more? Okay, I think... No, those were all pretty useful, I'd say. I've also eliminated a power bracelet spot out of that.
Yes.
Definitely some sort of second quest going on, because otherwise we would not have a staircase there or an entry there at the arrow. Oh. I didn't get a good look at where he was on the map in that level 3, so I have no idea what possible level 3 that was.
It was a start room shuffle, and good chance it was first quest. It could be shapes.
Yeah, Fury's saying 1Q3. Have we seen any first quest locations bomb? Because I don't think we have.
Not one, actually.
Okay, Sigil finding level something I did not see.
It was
at
level
the
6.
casino. Level 6, okay. Also, a lot of Mugu Mugus, so we're gonna have Book to Understand Old Man.
Yeah, and I think a Tektite dropped bombs. I think we got drop shuffle.
Oh. Hopefully we can find some good bomb droppers in this one.
We got Cytown moving towards the grave. I like the grave Armos check first. There's a chance it doesn't shuffle. So there's a good chance the item's going to be over here.
Looks like it's not up in the northeast.
And the K position of that Armos suggests that the Armoses aren't shuffled as we find it. Take any candle.
Okay. Extra candles on, that's nice. And it's just a heart, which really doesn't tell us anything about Heart Shuffle yet. We need to find another heart in a non-floor spot before we can say anything for sure there.
Yeah, maybe we'll get the answer once Sigil checks the coast. If there's a heart there, we'll know it's on. We will know. They will not.
Sigil taking a death in the overworld. See where he goes now. Level 1 at Vanilla Quest 1-6. This is looking like a Quest 1.
It does.
Key and all.
With that shutter door closing behind him, that up and A won't pop up on the door to the right, so he's got to spend that key if he wants to go in that room. And of course, we're key blocked further north.
And immediately a map to confirm that we are indeed in Quest 1, first half.
Yeah, drop rooms appear to be vanilla. So the map and the compass were in their vanilla rooms.
Yeah, we may not be able to get... Actually, I don't think we're going to be able to get the floor items out of here at all, but we might be able to find a path to the Triforce.
Yeah, this is about the only time you'll ever see cytown attempt to clear a room swordless when the sword's out there. It's level 1 like this. There's the sword, by the way.
Yeah, there is... Let's see, where was he? Oh, not that far from start. The potion shop, in fact.
Cytown hoping to find that staircase room.
Yeah, and if it is a staircase room that you would see in Quest 1-1, it would be the diamond staircase, so he would be able to get in.
Yep, but spent almost all of his resources, so gonna decide to search for that sword. Maybe come back immediately.
Yeah, those enemies, you need a sword, or a lot more bombs to deal with, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the evidence is piling up for a second quest overworld here.
Okay, Cytown back to start, so hopefully he'll go and check to the southwest. Get his sword, and I'd really like to see the level 3 screen here. Because that will answer all our questions, or confirm what we already suspect is the case. Sigil is heading that way.
We did get a full reset from Cytown. So we got all of his bombs back, and he has a little bit of one routed out.
Yeah, he can pick up that hard if he even wants it very easily.
Yeah, he's got to head back up there anyway to clear out that level 1, so I imagine he'll get it along the way. And there's our confirmation of full 2Q.
So, not a lot of money this seed. There's that sword. It does make the recorder and the power bracelet more powerful. There are going to be 6 more locations for the power bracelet. I say 6 because we already saw 1 that is a take any. And of course, what is it, 11 for the recorder?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I've never sat down and counted, but it is a number that I've heard quoted many times.
Both of these runners finding it difficult to hold on to their money.
Yeah, it's usually the case early on. Those door repairs will get you.
Yeah, it's just fortunate that we got extra candles so they don't have to worry about that purchase. And I think the arrows were around 76, so...
Not terrible. It'd be nice if we could find silver arrows before we had to buy them, but, you know, it doesn't often happen. Oh, okay, it happens a decent amount of time, but you can't rely on it.
For sure.
Well, apparently the small secret is 2.
Oh my.
31 for the middle secret. Ouch. Looks like Sigil's gonna find level 1. He might be able to. He'll be able to get a little bit further because he's got that sword.
Yeah, absolutely. So we could see a little bit of an advantage here for Sigil, although I think Cytown's just going to wrap right back up there pretty soon after he's done clearing out the deadwoods.
Also of note, I wasn't paying attention to their menus, but our tracker, Camion, was, and we do seem to have level 1 and level 2 Triforces. It's not going to stop Sigil from going in here, because 3 items. If it happens to be vanilla items, it's not vanilla items, we already know that. But trying to get that information this early would be really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Nice extra Gleeoks there. Not squishy Gleeoks, so we definitely don't have 0 HP bosses either. So 0 HP, nothing.
Just
Maybe
what we wanted.
again. It's like the darkness have rolled down though, with only needing 2 shots from the wood sword.
Well, this should be the floor drop for Sigil. I think there are 2 of these rooms though in one, so it could be a key drop as well.
And Gibto's, of course, always beefy. Okay, Cytown also going to head back into 1. Try and find those items now that he has a sword to work with.
Now let's see if cytown decides to clear this room to get the shutter door to pop open the door. It looks like he's definitely going to do that. It's up to here from cytown. Although, might be a tall order with 4 BMOS and bubbles.
This is not a nice room. Okay, we don't have beefy manhandler, so that's good. And nice key for his troubles on Sigil's side. Oof.
I don't see him trying that again.
Okay, here's the item.
Spiral stairs. That's fun.
A room full of Bull's voice. That's not ideal. No reason for Cytown to pick up the map this time. It is the raft. Which, might be required. Or might be just firewood. We'll see.
Cytown may try again to do the shutter door trick if he up and A's out of this kill from the Gleeok.
Nice job.
Okay. Yeah. Ugh.
That's not nice.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Sigil's gonna spend a key to get to that. That's a that's not a key you're happy to have spent.
But we'll come out with at least 4 keys out of this one, which is pretty rare.
Yeah, the one's been giving them a lot of keys, and they've been doing a good job avoiding opening the key doors. However, it's entirely possible that the door at start will end up being something.
Right,
Okay, this could be the drop room. Yeah, much better room to clear. And it is a heart.
It's not the Gleeok heart, so
Yeah, this will be the drop.
tells me heart shuffle's on, but we'll see from this drop here.
Okay, raft for Cytown. Hell's rolling up is terrible.
Getting out of this spiral stair is not fun. My goodness. Nice job with the iframes. Sigil gotta be careful too, my goodness.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna have to. I think Sigil. I'm not sure if Sigil took a death or or if he just up aid. And we do get 2 floor hearts in 1, so confirmed heart shuffle. So cytown I'm going to leave without those floor hearts, which in the long run shouldn't hurt him other than not getting the information that Heart Shuffle is on. And possibly if the white sword item is important and Sigil finds it now, he'll be able to pick it up for sure. And cytown is going to get this first heart and necessarily be able to pick it up on 4 hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. So good knowledge for Sigil. Bit of a time save for cytown, not getting out the other 2 items.
Yeah, I don't imagine he goes back to 1 unless the game kind of points him back that way, and by then he's gonna know it's Heart Shuffle, so might. I mean, the reason you'd go to 1 is because it's small. You can do it quickly. Maybe he'll have more keys or even any key at that point. But if by then he knows it's Heart Shuffle, we'll see. And level 3 again. With an immediate Triforce.
And see if the cytown decides to spend his last bomb to get in here. You can try and farm these blue octos, but I don't know if they rolled into the bomb dropping group. Oh no, he didn't have to spend a bomb. Never mind. We'll need a ladder though.
Well.
Now this could turn him back into 1, but
He could.
we'll see.
Well, our hints are not vanilla prices, so could be something. Of course, irrelevant until we find a book.
Could be for sale. I don't think they've seen a candle shop yet. Oh, I assumed that the book and the candle shop would be in the same store. I think they're shuffled, so it might be different.
Now we're just... Oh, Sigil hasn't... Okay, Sigil hasn't checked the any roads. I know he found it and just didn't do all of them.
So many muggers.
You know, trying to get those over with while you have no money is not the worst thing, but... But with the lack of money that we're going to get in this seed, with only the 2 on the small secret and it being second quest money, you want to hold on to every rupee you can hang on to.
Sure. 8.
Level 8.
Also looks like first quest.
Can't do anything there. We could open the key door, but can't kill Dig Dogger yet.
Ooh, that didn't open.
Maybe not.
So that's either the troll stair into that one room, or this is not QQ. Her first quest.
Yeah. This is looking like shapes. And Sigil also in level 8. Level 8, of course, has 3 items, 2 in staircases.
Heads up play by cytown to save the ruby boss. Can come back here for money. It's not too far from start. Interesting.
Nice compass. And a potential ladder block.
And Wizard Robes shuffled into 8. That's fun.
Okay, so to go off the comment in chat about dark rooms, we have rolled Quest 1 dungeons. So if the room shuffle is on, and it is, we can find dark rooms in a Shapes dungeon. I did not know that when we started this.
Yeah, there's the book.
Well, that's interesting. Will it give us maps? Nope.
But it will give us hints.
It will give us hints.
So simultaneous items found in this 8, a heart for Sigil, a book for Cytown. Just need that floor item, which would be an ugly opera.
Ooh, virus rolling down is really nice. Those are the worst.
And I think the troll is they may not have rolled into the bomb dropping group, so can't farm them.
Can't have everything, I guess. Also, this dungeon is oops all dig doggers, so.
There's the transport stair for Sigil.
Yeah, I don't think Cytown meant to pick up that rupee, but I think once you pick up one, you better pick all of them up, and then do your up A to get them back.
Yeah. And there's the troll. Yeah, so this is definitely probably first quest 8 for sure. Just based off.
That bottom, that bottom fooled us a little bit, but yeah. I think I saw on Cytown's map a doorway into a blank square, which you won't have blank squares in Shapes.
There's Ganon's room, so he's shuffled out. This is both items logically blocked by the recorder.
Yeah, there's that heart. I'm surprised Cytown doesn't pick that up. Still not at a 6 for a guaranteed white sword pickup.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised as well, but he does have the information heart shuffle being on.
I mean, I know once he gets to 6, he barely ever picks up hearts, but...
Here's the Gliok room for Sigil.
Aquamentus awaits at the grave. I do believe where we found level 1 does count as the grave, so that's a true hint. Oh, did we get a ladder on the floor somewhere?
Yep, chance on a ladder on the floor. Sigil.
That's what I'm seeing. And Sigil will also get that book. Hopefully Cytown comes back in looking for that ladder, of course. And he does know that the heart shuffle is on now, because he saw the one in the staircase, plus he's seen the Armos heart. Cytown leaving, so that ladder is definitely going to be a story for a little bit. We have seen plenty of seeds where a ladder completely not needed. But we've also seen seeds where ladder is very needed. And looks like we may be recorder blocked out of this.
Cytown a little bit thrown off by the start room shuffle. So the wall left of the lobby should also bomb, considering that T room. Oh.
I can't go past that room. I mean, if he gets ladder blocked and gets forced back into 8, that would not necessarily be a bad thing. Could also force him into other dungeons. Oh, here's a Triforce, so maybe we don't need it.
Yeah, the ladder blocks could push Cytown back into 1 once he realizes he may need a ladder, but it looks like he's just going Triforce and going here.
Yeah, he seems to like to go get the things he needs and then let the game tell him if he needs to go back for other things. So it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't go back into those dungeons like 1 and 8 until the game basically forces him to. In the meantime, Sigil, not with the Triforce, may clear this 5, and if it's something good, then it will be definitely an advantage for him. And if it's not, then it's just going to be a big waste of time, so... getting some of those items that open a lot of things up can sometimes be really beneficial, but sometimes can just slow you down checking things you don't otherwise need.
The coast item probably will dictate to Cytown what he will want to do regarding the rest of the dungeons and digging their items.
Oh, we got a nice big secret at 143. The only one we're getting, so spend it wisely.
Yeah, returns near the desert, that's a true hint.
Yep. And there's a Triforce for Sigil, and he's going to go right past it. Cytown going to use some of that money he just got to buy arrows. I like it. The bomb upgrade there in level 5. Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Okay, ladder required. And we'll see how long it takes Cytown to get into that, back into that 8, because he needs to get blocked out of a Triforce, honestly.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while to go back there, because he's just got the floor item left.
Yep. Oh, did we see a deceptive hint? I missed it.
I missed it as well.
And a white sword in level 5. Nice item, but not required.
Yep. I could say no to that for sure.
Nope, definitely not. The old man has a ladder on Death Mountain is the hint, according to chat. Which, yeah, that's not true. Okay.
However, the white sword location could be true.
Yes.
Could have our bow. Who knows?
That'd be pretty wild.
So we are missing levels 2, 4, and 7, I think, and 9.
I think that's right. Yeah, we've seen 6. Also, I don't think we know the 28 rupee bomb price, which is not ideal when you already have a low money seed.
Yeah.
There's that poor little 2 rupee secret there.
Cytown going into 6. Well.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna up A. If you could have kept your health, then sure. Okay, is this a transport or an item? It is the item. It is a heart. He's still turning down those hearts. Yeah, I think he's changing his mind. Okay, he's gonna grab this heart. Yeah, once you get to 6, then yeah, it totally makes sense. If you're comfortable with that amount of health, then go for it. But before you get to 6, you haven't seen that, that white sword item. He's got a hint. Does he have the hint? Because we weren't the ones that saw it. Chat was the ones that told us about it, about the ladder.
Yeah, I think that hit was on the coast raft, which I don't think he's been yet. Cytown may be confused as to what quest 6 this is. Although I can't imagine why.
It's a weird one. If we didn't have confirmation already that this was a first quest 1 through 6, I would be questioning it too.
Cytown, I think, might be fully ladder blocked here if this wall doesn't bomb. Okay.
Yeah, that room. For a moment there, I thought that was going to be the Triforce, but of course it's the square room that shows up in Quest 1, Level 7. There's our compass. Keep getting kind of almost ladder blocked from things. We don't quite, yeah, well, we know that some of the hints are deceptive, so that wand may or may not be true.
Yeah, we'll take that with a grain of salt.
Yep. This could be the item. Oh, can't. We got a shutter door. Never mind.
I'm just looking for the floor item now, so know that there's a heart in the stair.
Oh, that's right. You did pick that up already. Sigil will join Cytown in level 6. And yeah, from what we've seen so far, the Goma room will give us the floor item. There's our Triforce. Cytown's just gonna grab it. We'll see if he walks back in. He hasn't gone back into any of these levels after getting a Triforce, so I'm gonna guess he's gonna leave, but we'll see. He's gonna have to start looking for items somewhere because he hasn't gotten anything, any of the required things yet. Now we know we need the ladder. Obviously, we always need the bow. Silver arrows on the coast. That's what the ladder will be for, if nothing else. And I believe we were no, wait. 5 was the one with all the dig doggers, but we actually were able to get to the Triforce without it, so. Okay, there's that heart number 6 for Cytown. I think he's gonna go search out this white sword cave. I'm really curious what actually is gonna show up here. Yeah, Cytown does not know the hints are deceptive yet, but if he finds the white sword cave, he's gonna find out really quick. Although, I'm not sure he did see that hint.
I'm not certain either.
Okay, chat saying that both have seen the Raft Island hint. So he is gonna know as soon as he finds.
That might send him into a bit of a panic mode. Since he's been skipping so many items.
Yeah, there's one more item in 6 we don't know what it is. There's 2 more items in 1 that we do know are hearts that Sigil picked up. And then the important one, the single item on the floor that he missed over in level 8. And he's buying it.
You know, that's deceptive, but that might even further lead him away from level 8 in that ladder.
But that Gliok lurks with the bow would be level 4, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, if that were level 8, it's sending him back to level 8 would be really good.
As far as the hints go, he still does not know that they're deceptive.
Yeah, Sigil knows.
Seen the floor item in 8, he has not seen any of 4.
Yeah, Sigil for sure knows, because he has that ladder from the right spot.
Here's the floor item, and his dig dogger blocked.
Ooh, well... I mean, if we're still looking for a bow later on, after we get a recorder, you maybe come back there knowing exactly where you want to look. But we're not going to be looking there for now. Speaking of recorders. Okay, so cytown now knows. Let's see what this... Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping he'd blow that, but I guess you're going to clear out the Death Mountain spots first. Given the way he's picked up these Triforce, and given that we're only missing the 2 dungeons, Recorder to Beaten new wouldn't be terrible for him.
Yeah. That will definitely help him in the search for his ladder. Meanwhile, both of these runners at a healthy money count considering the second quest overworld.
Yeah, well, we didn't have to pay for a candle. Cytown's even already bought the arrows. And Sigil won't have to buy arrows because it looks like he's already picked them up. No boomstick to buy. I don't imagine either one of these runners are going to go for a blue ring.
Yeah, most likely not. And you think no level there either. Wow.
Cytown could almost afford... Actually, they both get... Well, Sigil can definitely afford one. But yeah, I still don't see it happening.
Sigil's gonna get the hint for the bow, so even though he knows deceptive hints are on, he's going to prioritize that for sure.
Okay, let's see where this recorder goes.
Ooh.
Oh boy! And it's 7. Unfortunately, Cytown has no bombs right now.
I'm actually kind of surprised he's going in immediately. Yeah, okay. Save out tells me he's going to 2 or 4.
Okay, so recorder required. There's 4. So Cytown, yeah, so Cytown needs that ladder. Sigil needs to go up to Death Mountain on the west side to get his recorder. There's the wand on the floor in level 4. And there's a Triforce almost immediately. Okay. So the bad thing about this recorder taking us to Unbeaten's, of course, is that once Cytown finishes 7, it's going to be completely useless for any sort of fast travel. So he is going to go back into 4, see if the bow is here. I mean, it could be here.
Still finding 3.
Of course, we have a book, and it's not a boomstick, so we get our flames that we have to avoid. we didn't see very much of this 3 when Cytown was here. He got his Triforce and left pretty quickly. I don't know that we saw any items here.
Good news for Cytown. This might be the item right here. It is. It's not ladder blocked, so.
You see any key? Okay. That is a very nice find.
So he for sure knows deceptive his hints are now on.
Yep.
So he's whistling to 2 next, I imagine. It's a 7 though.
I thought this was... No, this is 7.
Oh,
okay.
you know what? We have the Triforce for 2.
Yeah, we
so,
can't go to 2.
Go
I mean,
2.
we can't go to 2 via the recorder. Okay, this could be our item here. Double Patras and potential item rooms in different dungeons on side by side. Yeah, I hope there's nothing useful in 2, because if we have to dig that out, that's gonna be a bit of a chore.
And it's power burst block. That'd be something. Not getting that, man.
And ladder block.
Think you can bomb up at least.
Yeah, probably. Okay, let's continue on. Every time you see a ladder block, it's like... The problem is, because important items can roll into 9, we can roll important items in 9. He could still think that possibly the ladder would just be a 9 if it doesn't block anything. So if he's able to get this Triforce without the ladder, he's gonna have choices to make. Of course, we haven't found 9 yet, so there's that too.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if he decides to at least leave level 1 outstanding. The last 2 items he didn't find.
Yeah, it's such a small dungeon. Okay, it takes a death to that Goma, but it's not gonna have anything. They just won't go back in there. Not Goma, I said Goma, I meant Patra.
Yeah, I think the compass drop is in a double river room, so just looking for that. Floor drop would be Uncle Mentis room. So we have target. This will be the floor drop. There's the power bracelet.
I mean, since we haven't found 9 yet, that could be required. Of course, it could also give us level 2. We have 6 power bracelet spots left to check. One of them isn't any road. And Sigil wants to get the second item out of 3. Won't be here.
Enough. Yeah.
It'll be below here, though.
Potential item room for Cytown.
Okay, this is... it could be a transport. It is not. It is the boomerang. He's not going to pick that up. Like he's just going to avoid this Patra.
Defender of the Year Patra right now.
Alright, here we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're gonna walk around this one as well. Oh my god.
These patches are popping up out of nowhere. So
They're
many.
everywhere. Looks like Cytown's just gonna go ahead and try and take this one out.
He broke him.
Oh, looks like, yeah, he got the one that keeps, you know, if you get that main patch right, I'm not sure what the right term for it is, but it'll lock into whichever pattern it's going into. In this case, the expando. Ideally, you want to hit that when it's not expanded. And the bow is in 3. Okay.
Alright.
So, Sigil just needs to get that recorder, and then he will be off to the races.
Cytown found the double river room with the compass from the south.
Ooh, that's not gonna work. We also know that whatever's in here in 7 is not gonna be worth the trouble that he's taking. Best thing you could find is a red ring.
Yeah, and I think Cytown is hard ladder blocked unless the transport is in the south.
Yeah, chat saying we can call this one. I disagree. Sigil, huge advantage right now. He still needs to find that recorder. Once he does, that's going to get him his last 2 Triforces very quickly. 4 and 7 did not take Cytown very long. We also do still need to find level 9, and of course level 9 can always do level 9 things. It is going to be a quest 1 level 9, which is bigger, with the 6 transport staircases. So. But the best thing possible for Cytown here would be, I shouldn't say, he'll get that Triforce out of 4 very quickly. We're still looking for the Triforce out of 7 here. And it looks like we're going to leave 7 because, no, still not. Okay.
I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna try bombing south in this room. If you cannot, it is a hard ladder block in this 7.
Which, you know, again, a ladder block Triforce for Cytown would hopefully get him away from, or get him back into some of those previous dungeons so that he can find the items he needs. He needs to go back into 3 for the bow, and he needs to go back into 8 for the ladder to get his silvers over on the coast.
Yeah, that should tell him full ladder block.
And Sigil is in the right area of the world for the White Sword Recorder item. White Sword item recorder.
Let's see where Cytown decides to go. He's got 8 and 5 right here in the forest. It looks like he's searching out level 2.
And take a potion. That is what I would expect from him. Once he's already gotten to 6, he's already gotten his White Sword item. There is level 2.
Bit of a break here for Cytown, finding level 2 in the recorder spot.
Yeah, except not really ideal that he found level 2, because I mean, what could be in here at this point? A red ring?
Well, I mean in the fact that he won't search out any other spot
Okay.
along the
No, you're
overworld
right.
for his
And
ladder.
it is a small dungeon, so he shouldn't be in here for that long.
Yeah.
So of course, will be 2 drops. I think this is where the boomerang would normally drop, so should be able to get one of them here. Or not. There might be more than one of those rooms, though.
Yeah.
I think he's just double checking that there wasn't a wall master in there or something. Although we haven't seen those yet.
This is the hard drop normally. Tough for him to clear.
Yeah, Sigil is going to finish clearing this area, but below that recorder, it's going to be exactly what you want. Of course, it's not going to take you to 9, so you do want to clear out this area just in case 9 is up here. Okay. Cytown continuing on in this level 2. I think we have one more spot to check here on Sigil's side. Let's see.
Oh man, we had 2 pairs of duplicate drop rooms in this level 2.
That's terrible. Okay. Sigil uses the recorder, finds out the good news for him that he can just go straight to the last 2 dungeons that he needs.
And that puts a time clock on Cytown's dig of 3 and 8.
Okay, here we go. Surely that is... Okay, Cytown out of level 2. See where he goes next. Sigil gets that level 4 Triforce almost immediately. Probably not going to get the any key. Has 5 keys, which is a pretty decent number to get through level 9 potentially.
Looks like Cytown's going back to 3, which we know he has to do.
Sigil finding the magic sword, but at 9 hearts is not eligible to try for it. And I don't think he's going to get back there at any point in time to try again.
Turns out I was wrong. Cytown is not going back to 3. Not sure. Oh, he's going to 1?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's 2 items, it's a small dungeon, it makes a lot of sense. We know he's just going to get heart containers out of it. Okay, Sigil in level 7. Yep, here's level 1 for Cytown. I mean, it makes sense to come here. It just unfortunately isn't going to be the right answer for him. He sees the floor heart almost immediately. No surprise he doesn't pick it up.
Looks like Sigil is electing to search for 9. Before finishing 7.
When you're put in this situation, which do you think is better? Search for 9, then go do 7, or search for or get your level 7 done and then do the search for 9?
I'm not sure if there's any benefit of not doing 7 first. You're here, you might as well do it. But on the other hand, you know, you have recorder done beat. Once you find 9, you can whistle right back to 7. So maybe just wanted a potion then, or taking. I'm not sure. But he's back into 7 now.
So he'll probably try and avoid opening up these key doors since he only has the 5 keys, does not have the any key out of level 4.
If I remember correctly, Cytown is going the correct way for the last drop room.
I think it goes after the Triforce. With 200 rupees, I would buy those bombs.
Yeah.
You really don't have anything better to spend it on.
Nope. And you're gonna need them for 9 for sure. We got a first quest 9. It's gonna eat up a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Let's see where Cytown's going. Looks like he's headed towards 5 and 8. Let's see which one he decides to dip. I imagine 5 first.
I don't think he saw... I know he didn't see the white sword. I don't recall if he saw that boomerang that was there.
He's going to 8. Wow,
Well,
okay.
That's good. Of course, he still needs to go back to 3. So he might do 8, get the ladder, and then go back into 5. I also feel like 5 had some water in it that may have tripped him up a little bit, not be able to get around, so maybe that's why the choice is here first.
That's true. That makes a lot of sense. Now, since he's close to 5, does he go back to 5 to search for the boat, or does he go to 3?
I think he goes to 5.
That's what I think too. But I've been
It's
surprised
right here.
before.
There's that rupee boss that we can now just get rid of and not ever care about again, because he's got 255 rupees and nothing to spend it on.
Yeah, and I think the Gliok room was just north of where he just was, just right of here. Yep.
Yeah, there it is. And even with the ladder, this 7 is not quick.
Yeah, so many bosses. There's the ladder for Cytown. Yeah, going directly to 5. Or Silver's
Yeah,
first.
Yeah, absolutely. And he could also just go to 7. He still needs to get the Triforce out of there. I think he saw both. He saw the wood boomerang. Did he see a floor heart as well there?
I don't think so. I think it was ladder locked.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it. I don't know that. Yeah, we don't even know for sure that it was a floor block, a floor heart. Yeah, at this point he'll grab these silvers. I imagine just record it right back to 7. Yeah, so they're both gonna be in 7 at the same time.
Now he's got to turn this into a 3 dig. Otherwise, might be a 9 play for Cytown. Not sure.
Yeah, it's. So you have 2 items in 9. You have 2 items in 3, and 1 or 2 items in 5. Again, I'm not sure if you saw that boomerang.
Yeah, the
3 is
percentage.
the smallest, and 50% chance that the bow can't even be in level 9.
Yeah, it's a huge gamble to make, especially not only with the items outstanding, but like you said, the flag not being 100% turned on. There's a bomb upgrade for Cytown.
Absolutely.
Compass for Sigil. Triforce was 2 rooms away.
Should be able to bomb up here.
Gotcha, the Great Defender.
Or not. Okay.
Cytown's seen other rooms in the south, so this wall or the wall to the right has to bomb, I think, logically.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, this, yeah. And of course, ladder blocked, which we already knew. Cytown's gonna use that potion here.
He doesn't want to take a death deep in 7.
Yeah, we haven't, and we don't have second quest enemies, so saving that potion for Red Bubble Curse is just not even an issue.
Cytown gonna get the same troll that Sigil did.
Yep.
Or not.
Nice idea, but that's not gonna work. So now Sigil just needs to find level 9. Also, there's still that power bracelet that Sigil picked up in 3 as the other item.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that yields anything.
I think there's a high chance now. I think we've seen almost all the recorder spots.
Yeah. So the arrow, as chat's talking about, the magic sword second quest location, isn't any road. So we do not need to check that one. But there's a bunch of others scattered throughout the world that Sigil does need to check. And there's a really good chance one of them is going to be level 9. Now, the good news for Cytown, as he finds his level 7 Triforce, is that if it is indeed Power Bracelet blocked, he should run into that Power Bracelet when he goes back to 3 on his way to the bow.
Cytown heading in 3's direction.
Yeah, I like this call. It is a smaller dungeon.
That's exactly what he's doing. And 9 might be up here right next to 3. So I don't think we've seen this on either runner's side.
Now, the recorder spot, you mean? Yeah, I don't think we've seen it either. There it is. I did not see where that was.
Power bracelet spot near start. So
okay, well we
did this 3.
Okay, so what are we looking for in level 9?
You're looking for not the silvers, thankfully, in a first quest 9. You're looking for Roar in a door. Looking for the Roar of Ganon. Can be heard one room adjacent from your current location. And we're looking for a third door like this that does not open. That is Zelda.
That is Zelda. That's really nice because now you can just up A out of Ganon after the Ganon fight and walk straight there. So that's really nice to have that path very early. So Cytown really needs to get this, get these items quickly out of 3. He's got the power bracelet, needs to get the bow, and then needs to follow the power bracelet to get his, to find his way into 9.
Yep. This is the bow room, I think, for Cytown.
Sigil, of course, with that slight bit of combat advantage with the white sword.
Sigil's got the combat. Cytown has the any key. So, but with 6 keys, Sigil should not run into any problems with keys. But we'll see. Now, Cytown up in A's. Does he stay? No.
I think he's gonna check this recorder spot really quick, and then probably a save to start. Yep, there it is.
Now, this is going to buy Sigil quite a bit of time. We already had a lead into this 9. Let's see how big of a lead it's going to be.
Thought maybe Cytown would follow that right down to the spot near start. Looks like he's going the other direction.
Oh, he doesn't have the power bracelet.
Oh, he doesn't? Oh.
Nope.
Okay.
He paid as soon as he got the bow.
The power bracelet was before the bow, so I thought he would have had it on his way there. But I guess not. Yeah, and unfortunately, if it is true that he hasn't seen either item out of 5, I imagine that's where he goes next, if once he deduces that it is a power bracelet spot. Meanwhile, of course, what would 9 be without Wiz Robes?
There are quite a lot of them.
Well, that hint is true, at least.
That would have been funny had they not found the silvers. And they were in this 9 and see that and like, uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah. gonna take a transport over here on Sigil's side.
I think Cytown's just got vanilla level 2/3. I have to check for recorder spots.
Yeah, that sounds right. Heart for Sigil. He's only got 1 right now, so this will give him 2 actual hearts as opposed to max hearts. He just up A's to get 3 back.
Cytown going to 3, so this is the right play for Cytown.
Yeah, at this point...
Oh! Gotta check the ladder spots.
Ladder spots, of course. Because if he doesn't need the power bracelet, it's better for him. But of course, we know he does need it.
Let's see if he turns this back into another 3 play.
He's in the right area. I imagine it might be quicker to get back to 5 to up A, but I'm not sure.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, so it looks like he's going to head back to 3. It's still a smaller dungeon.
He's got half of it explored.
I don't think he, pretty much didn't explore much of any of 5. Oh, hi, Red Ring. You picked that up. Okay, and the fight just became much safer.
Time really ticking now for Cytown. There's not much stopping Sigil now.
Yeah, I mean, unless Ganon is in one of those spots that if you turn right, turn one way, I should say, it's very easy to find him. And if you turn the other way, you kind of end up going throughout the entire map. I don't see how he can make up all this time in level 9. But that would be the way it would happen.
Alright, here's the power bracelet room for Cytown.
And there it is.
And he's right next to start, so you gotta imagine this level 9 is the first check he's going to make. He may make the one by the ferry here.
Nah, he's going straight to this one. I mean, it's probably the closest one to that start spot.
So the thing that can help Cytown catch up in this is if he takes stairs. But I want to say at least over a 5-minute head start in this 9 for Sigil.
Oh, at least. Yeah, Cytown's gonna have his information about where Zelda is almost immediately, which is what we saw over on Sigil's side. But yeah, he needs to zig where Sigil zagged in order to come out on top at this point.
I gotta imagine Cytown knows behind, so I think he's going to take this potential stair here. I'm not sure we've seen this on Sigil's side.
No, I don't know that we have. And of course, if the roar appears on Cytown's side, we can't have the music on both players at the same time. Okay, up A for Cytown, gonna start over.
Yeah, unfortunately ran into a dead end. That first stair.
Sigil taking a few more transports.
Oh, that's a terrible stare. It's the worst.
Cytown
Alright, yeah.
does have one potion. He did use one of his potions already. There's that Silver's hint.
So I think this is a race to the northwest, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure we've seen much of that.
Great bomb drops for Cytown.
I got fooled for a second there by Patra. Ah, there's a death for Cytown.
He ammo boosted himself to death. No.
Yeah, he hasn't found that red ring yet, so...
He's going on autopilot there, just didn't realize he was on half heart.
Another death for Cytown, but this one much closer to start. Sigil up Aing because he decided not in the right place. I mean, Sigil still has seen more of this 9, I believe, than Cytown has, but Cytown kind of catching up. We're at a point where, again, just, you know, who's going to take that correct direction first?
That's mean. Man, everything is just Wizard. Pretty rough.
Yeah, when you're Cytown with no red ring, no white sword, it's even worse.
Yeah, eventually you gotta start taking stairs. There's a nice clock.
Yeah, that'll help him out a lot. I didn't even realize we switched audio over to Cytown now.
Let's see where the stair goes.
Listening for his roar.
That's not where you want to be. Oof.
It just doesn't get any better.
That's a good stare for Sigil. Do we have Ganon? I think we do. Yep.
There it is, upper northwest corner, as several people were saying. It was like a 0 HP Ganon. So yeah, at this point, time has run out for Cytown. He did have an opportunity, you know, he made it close. Getting in here with enough time to find that location, just didn't find it first.
And with that, get your GGs in chat for Sigil. With an official time of 1:13:45. So the tail of the tape, ladder.
Yeah. That seems to have been a theme the last few days. We had several races on Thursday and Friday where the runner that found the ladder earlier just was able to just do all the things faster. And here it is again.
Ladder. First bowl pull for Sigil.
You know, for a player like cytown, who seems, from what I can tell, seems to like to grab those Triforces and just get out. Early Triforces maybe not the best thing for him. We do have Sigil joining us. GG's.
Thank you.
So I imagine you were pretty nervous in that 9, considering it took quite a bit to get to the northwest side. How were you feeling?
I was very nervous this whole way through.
I gotta imagine that finding the recorder white sword item and it going to unbeaten also didn't help either.
Nope.
But the difference maker in this scene, you had found the ladder in your first state of 8 on the floor, whereas cytown found the 2 stair items and bailed. He also bailed on level 3, both items, the power bracelet and the bow. So all of that gave you, I want to say, like a 7 to 8 minute lead into this 9, which ended up holding up for you.
Yeah, after I saw hints were deceptive, I knew I couldn't leave 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got that information a lot earlier, because in particular the ladder hint that put it as the white sword item. cytown got to that recorder a lot quicker, probably because of that hint. Which, it turned out that the recorder was hard required and was very, very useful, but it got him away from level 8 in the ladder. Whereas you were like, yeah, I see that. Ladder was in 8. It's not on the white sword item. I know they're deceptive.
But very good. Well-won race for you. Despite some maybe early deaths and hiccups, you were able to pull out your items on one to go through every time. So that made the difference, really. It was it's tough to do against cytown. It was very, very good, and I think you played an excellent race to take this first win.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, we got cytown still hunting for Ganon. He did find a stair to the northwest, but I think he ended up getting bomb blocked because the stair wasn't the same one you had taken, which I think is this one here.
Maybe he's gonna try and replace those bluish robes with red ones.
Fortunately, he's out of bombs, so he has no choice but to sword these down.
I was really excited to see the white sword in Deep in 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was useful too.
Yeah, cytown never went back into 5 looking for items. He saw the Triforce, immediately bailed, never really looking back at that level. So that definitely gave you a combat advantage for quite a while, actually, because it took quite a while for Sigil to find, or cytown to find the wand in 4. Using his last potion, I think this has to be the stair that he has to take.
Let's see. There he is. Not here, though.
At least he didn't get shuttered in. That would have been bad.
Yeah, we've seen that before. Here we are. And just to make it scarier, he walks in and it turns dark, so like first thing, maybe this is the right spot.
And of course, the always anticlimactic 1 HP Ganon.
It was nice finding the red ring in 9. It just let me face tank the whiz robes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had a good feeling that once you had found that, this was pretty much game over. As cytown finishes, get those GGs in chat with the 1:19:38 official time. I mean, cytown did make it into 9 before you finishing. It was just a matter of finding the correct stair to get to Ganon.
Yeah, I mean it was interesting because he got into 9 with an and you both found Zelda basically immediately. He got in there with enough time that he could have, if he'd taken the correct route, which was not an easy one to find. He had a shot at it, but in the end, it just wasn't enough. And we do welcome Cytown. GG's.
Hey, thanks. Good job there, Sigil.
Thank you, GG Cytown.
I imagine you already know the difference maker in this seed. Finding the ladder on the floor and then bow in 3, as well as power bracelet.
Yeah, I mean, recorder would have been awesome too. It was yeah, I think I did everything bad this seed.
Yeah, I think what really hurt you is you kept getting the Triforces so quickly that it incentivized you to just leave and not dig those dungeons. There were some very quick Triforces in this one.
There really were. I played like dog crap. I don't know, like, normally my combat's a little bit better than what I did tonight, and that was a little bit too much for me, I guess.
Yeah, it was a pretty fast seed considering. It could have been faster had that recorder been somewhere not on Death Mountain.
Yeah.
I was positive that the hints were good.
Yeah.
Until I found a white sword recorder. I went, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Everything
that was. See, you both got around the same time. You got the hint that the ladder was at the white sword item, but Sigil had already gotten the ladder, so we knew that the hints were deceptive. But the whites, I mean, you needed the recorder anyway. Not only did it open up 2 dungeons, but it also took you to them. Actually, it opened up 3 dungeons. If I remember correctly, 2 was behind it as well.
It was, yeah. That was, unfortunately, I found 2 and dug it out. But, yeah, that was tough. What's that?
What was into?
2 hearts.
Yeah, it was. It made sense to find it and dig it. I mean, it was good that it was in the desert, so you didn't have to go searching around the overworld. But, yeah, just the ladder hint really did you a disservice.
Yeah, I think the only thing that really went good for me is that I did find 9 in my first power bracelet spot.
Yep.
Other than that, it was like, it was just so rough. I couldn't. I didn't write well. It felt like I was right ordering the heck out of it the first 25 minutes, and then found out that I wasn't, and tried to dig 7 with no ladder, and that hurt a lot.
I mean, the ladder was required because the silvers anyway, but it feels like 7 was the only ladder block in a dungeon, which is another
3.
thing. 3, okay. But not for the Triforce. So
Right, both items.
So with the Triforces not being like, the sooner you can run into a ladder block, it feels like the more incentivized you are to go try and search that thing. And so it took a while before you knew that it was going to be required, other than for the silvers.
Yeah, like in 4, I knew I was going to dig it out because there was a hint that it had the bow in it. And even if it was 50-50 that was true, I was like, yeah, let's go for it.
Sure.
But yeah, it just didn't work out this time. But no doubt about it. Great job, Sigil. Way to clear this sucker.
Thank you.
Okay,
I-
so go ahead, Sigil.
I found ladder about 21 minutes in.
Oh, the ladder you got at 21?
Yeah, 21, 22 minutes.
Sounds about right.
Doggy. I got the Triforce in 8 at 22 minutes.
Yeah, because you got the Triforce, and then shortly after, you were both in 8 at the same time. You got the Triforce, and then shortly thereafter, Sigil got the ladder on the floor.
Yep, I went down to 5. Oh, it
So-
didn't work.
Yeah, there was a good chance that was ladder block too, I think, wasn't it? At least
There
the
was-
items, not the Triforce.
Correct. Yeah, I've got written down ladder blocks in 3, 6, 5, and 7.
Mhm.
So, yeah, there's some nasty crap going on that seed.
It sure was. All right, so first loss of the tournament, which means you're doing really well, Cytown. But that does mean you get to choose a remorse flag for game 2. Any inkling of what you're gonna do, or do you want to keep it close to the vest, or
No,
what are
we'll
you
go.
thinking?
We'll go +/-4 for most of the enemies. I love that. So
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I know you like that flag, and I figured that might be the one. I thought the other possibly would be like a vanilla items, but those +/-4 enemies are fun to watch, especially when we have good combat players.
yeah, we'll have some fun tomorrow. I mean, it was the same thing happened tonight. So I mean, Sigil got me tonight, and there was +/-4 enemies on the board. So,
Absolutely.
but I enjoy that more. So if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out doing what I like to do. So
You know, I like that attitude. You're not the first person that said that for a remorse flag, so
Yeah,
that'll be fun.
I find 0 HP way too boring.
yes,
Yeah, it definitely eliminates the decision making in the game. It's just, find your items and go. So yeah, the +/-4 flag is definitely a good remorse flag to fall back on for sure. And then,
For
what
sure.
time is that game tomorrow?
Rick just put it in
9:30.
chat.
Oh,
yeah, 9:30 tomorrow night.
excellent.
Well, hopefully I can force us into a game 3. We will see. But either way, thanks for calling the race, and I'm gonna get out of here and kind of wind down for the evening. But thanks everybody. I do appreciate y'all.
All right, thank you, Cytown.
Thank you
Yeah.
for the comms and tracking.
All right. Yeah, and we haven't mentioned our tracker enough. Camian doing the tracking for us, clicking those buttons behind the scenes. Trackers always the MVPs of our randomizer tournaments. So huge shout outs to him.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think that'll probably do it for us here. Tracy, you want to take us home?
Sure, let's check out the schedule for tomorrow. I don't know if Rick in chat has given channels out yet, but it does look like we have. I'm going to do this off the SpeedGaming side, 'cause these military times just screw me up. Except they're not in the SpeedGaming side yet. Damn. Okay, let's try this again. Tomorrow, the races. The first one is. And I keep going to the wrong spot. Sorry, everyone. All right, here we go. First race tomorrow, Potato Pony versus Alsoa. That is at 5 o'clock. Cytown versus Sigil at the aforementioned 9:30. It looks like that's it for tomorrow, but those are good races to tune into. So definitely want to tune into those. And Kathy, thank you for jumping in here with me. I know it's you had your race today, and it didn't go the way you wanted it to. But really happy that you joined me on commentary.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, and watching these great races is always fun to do. So happy to be here.
All right, so yeah, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you tomorrow at the next race.
Good night.